Okay, there is a little notch to cut on the machine further up at the top here. I'm so accustomed to cutting with scissors that I did that by habit. So now we have the inner leg seams sewn, and I will be moving on now to do some finishes to the seams. Okay, so this is the finished leg seam here. So I have pressed it flat, and I'm just going to finish the edges by using a pinking shear on the sides. Alright, so the front is attached to the back, and now I'm moving to the sides. Here's the side. I've made a narrow double hem all the way down, pinned it down, right? And I have done so with the other side. It's here, just folded, and I'm gonna stitch that, as well as I'm gonna also make the narrow hem on the bottom. So the sides and the bottoms of the shorts will be finished with a narrow hem. Okay, so I pinked the leg seam, and all along the bottom you have the double hem, right? And I've pinned the curve. That's where I'm going to stitch now. And along the sides we also had the double hem. So the sides are open right now, double hem, and the bottom is finished with a double hem as well. So what we're going to do next now is to stitch the crotch curve. And of course you're looking at the wrong side, right side's facing, and that's what we're going to do next. Afterwards I'll be doing the waist. I'll be turning this down to make the casing, and for the front we'll be using the elastic, and for the back we'll be using the drawstring. Okay, so you're looking at the center front curve. The curve was stitched all the way down and around. Okay, then I just pinked it to finish it. I need to iron this flat, and then I did the casing, turn over and turn under about a 1/4 inch and stitched on the edge, and then I did the elastic using the safety pin method. So I inserted the elastic at the ends. I've just squared it to attach it permanently there. So did a square at the end, a little bit of elastic peeping out there, trim that, square it across and back down again, so you stitch all the way through to the elastic. Alright, and of course there are gathers, right? Remember from the instructions, I only use XL, which is 30.5 inch length of elastic, because I like it snug. So after I insert that in, you'll see from the diagram there's quite a bit of gathers in that front casing, and you trim the ends. So now I'm just going to put on the hook and eye, and that will be the closure for the front. And then I'll turn my attention to the back and do the casing the same method like this, but this time instead of the elastic I'm going to do a drawstring. So we're practically finished. I'll show you when we're all done. stitching the back casing. And of course, when I get to the center, I will be putting in my label. Okay, so we're on to the third and final piece. This is the drawstring. This is the wrong side you're looking at, and it's two pieces. So I have a joining seam here, just pink the edges, and now I'm going to turn it out. I'll be opening it. I'm going to press this seam flat. Alright, so give this a good pressing so that it is flat, and then turn it on itself lengthwise, right sides together, and I will be stitching all along the length here and the ends on both sides, and where I'll leave the opening is somewhere towards the middle here. I'll stop stitching, start back stitching here, and I would have that opening to turn the drawstring out on the right side and insert into the back casing that we just did, and we'll be finished. Okay, so this is what the drawstring looks like. So this is the end, squared, and then all the way down the length. I trimmed it with a pinking shears and a slash at the corner, and I left the opening here to turn it out. And it's a fairly long string actually, because remember it's going to wrap around the entire waist and tie in a bow and then have a little length to drop as well. So I recommend that you test it first before you close off the other end, that the length is how you wish it to be. So the drawstring turned out to be too long for me to turn out through the middle. So I ended up having to open back the closed ends, right? And use the safety pin method to feed it through and turn out to the middle. And the other end I also had to cut open as well, feed the safety pin through back to the middle, and then turn it all out. So now I'm gonna have to close this up. Right, which is okay. I'm actually going to top stitch it, although it says hand sewn in the instructions, because it's right near the middle, and it will actually be hidden in the casing, so you won't see that. And then for the ends now, I'm gonna have to just tuck it in a bit and also just top stitch to close it back. Okay, so I thought I'd give you a little mini demonstration of how this is worn. So here's a little scrap fabric. So there's a front and a back that we did at the leg seam. Then we did the curve, the crotch curve. Now, after that, we finished the sides, and it's not done here in the mini, because I'm just going to show you how you actually wear this thing. And we also did front waist casing, so you will open it here from this side. Okay, these are the two front pieces, and these two front pieces is where I did the casing for the elastic. Okay, So how you wear this thing now is you take the front piece first of all, and then you wrap it around your waist, and there would have been a hook and eye enclosure, but I'm just going to use pins here or hold it. Okay, so you would have wrapped that around your waist. Let me get this good. Stick a pin in here to hold it. Okay, so once that is around the front waist, you'll notice you have this whole back piece is still dangling. What you have to do is you turn this back piece up between your legs, so you'll open this out as well. It would already have been opened out because you would have pressed it and everything. Alright, so here's the back piece that's dangling here. So you bring that back piece from the center up to the back center. Alright, and once you have done that, so you have to actually pass it under your legs. So you have to pass it under the front of your legs, and then that's when you will wrap around the back piece. And there's a drawstring for you to tie when you wrap the back piece around. Okay, so and you would have your leg pieces there, so this would already have been hemmed and finished properly. So I just thought I'd show you that, the fact that you have to put on this front first, and that there will be a piece that you're wondering what to do with that's dangling, that you eventually have to pass under the legs and bring it up to the back center. So I hope that helps in learning how to wear this particular wraparound short.